And I completely lost my train of thought with all of that, but let's keep going anyway. Ideology came out. Man, I was itching to be playing the game again, but I thought, no, we're going to give it a while, let them smooth out any kinks with the release. If you remember with Royalty, it wasn't until about a month after it came out that it really started getting real good. Had a lot of teething issues. And more so than anything else, I wanted my mods to be updated, because even though I don't like changing the game of RimWorld, I run with a lot of mods, a suspiciously large amount of mods for a man who likes a vanilla experience, but the way I see them, these are mostly quality of life plus mods. We'll spend a bit of time talking about the mods and the setup before we get going into it. I don't know, best just to get that out of the way. Smart speed just lets us speed up the game at times, can be really good when you really want to go fast. P music is some more music, showing draftees' weapons, actually shows the weapons they have equipped in the top. I have no idea why this isn't in the base game. Small shelf, kind of redundant, but I do like it. You can build a 1x1 shelf. Select by terrain, so good for growing on rich soil. Level up actually tells you when characters level up. Again, don't know why that's not in the base game there. Quality builder, this won't be needed for a while because we'll be building whatever crap we can, but when you need something to be a certain level, you can dictate that. Replace stuff means you don't have to tear things down just to rebuild them as something else. Animal logic, I only have this for one thing, and that's to tell me when there's a medical emergency for my animals. Owners for prisoner beds, because it's so horrible not to have. Cleaning area, normally the game just dictates your home zone as cleaning area, which is daft, because that's used for other things. I think Hugslib is just a something that's required for other mods. Colored mood bar, so damn good, because otherwise these mood bars are very hard to see, especially behind big chunky characters like Mosley and Cleo here. Show me your hands, something I never thought I wanted until I saw it in action, but it's actually kind of cool to see their hands on the weapons, and it's quite well done. Deep storage, probably the most invasive mod that I have. One thing I really do not like about games like RimWorld and Dwarf Fortress is how when you have a lot of things, you just stew them about your floor, and one little nugget of chicken takes up the same size as a giant pile of steel or gold. So this actually lets you build things like skips and weapons lockers that house multiple items. I really don't like the aesthetic of having a storeroom just full of crap on the floor. Definitely the most gameplay altering one that I have there. Skilled stone cutting, lets you actually gain skill as you cut stone, and skills actually impact your cutting speed. Workbench management is so damn good. So much scutter with the workbenches if you don't have this. Interaction bubbles, all this stuff actually happens in the game, but it's hidden inside the log menu. At least here we can actually see when people are talking to each other and mumbling to themselves. Numbers just has lots of data. Prepare carefully is what we need to make our custom characters. Loading in, oh my god, when I fired up 1.3, loading in progress didn't work. So I tried to load up a cargo pod, and I was like, oh no, I need to add this batch of fabrics, it was. And you have to unload everything and reload everything. Oh, it's horrible. And that's why this mod is so good. Keep bed ownership. There was a bug in the game where if you used a certain cast, it removed your bed allocation. I don't know if this actually fixed it or if it got fixed otherwise, but I'm keeping it in anyway. It doesn't really matter. Damage indicators actually shows at a glance how much you're damaging people when you hit them. Just stops you having to dip into menus. Set the limit on storages or how much it has to go down before you refill it by. Pick up and haul, the greatest one there is. Means people can actually pick up more than just one med kit when they go out on a hauling spree. Caravan journey spot. When people go in a caravan, they go to a random point at the edge of the map, even if that's straight into a large batch of raiders. This one actually tells you where they can assemble to. Endless RimWorld. That way, if we do get wiped out, normally you just have to wait and wait and wait until someone randomly spawns if you want to continue the game. Here, we'll actually have someone wander in and carry on our campaign if everyone dies out. Search and destroy makes your melee people and your shooting people, I think, actually go by AI, the same that the raiders use. Cuts down on micromanagement, especially for melee people. Progress render, I'm going to keep this up so that I can watch a playback of the entire run. I'll probably find some way to put them together in a GIF or a webm just to enjoy the evolution of our bases. Object Seeker, sadly list everything is still busted, so this was the next best thing. And better ancient complex. Look, they added ancient complexes in this, and they're full of garbage. Lots of dangers and nothing but garbage, like herbal medicine and packaged survival food. Awful. I haven't actually seen what this one gives it. Hopefully it's not overpowered stuff. If it is, I'll have to delete it. Anyway, that's the mod list. But people are going to ask, what mods is he using? So I actually put in a bot command for listing the mods that I'm using here. Okay, right, got that out of the way, so let's actually start our colony. We'll be playing with the Lost Tribe. It's, I think it's harder than starting with 3, because the 3 actually get good equipment, and the 1 gets really good equipment. But no, Lost Tribe, 5 people, crap equipment. We'll be playing with Randy. Of course we're playing with Randy. I like his random aspect. I want to play on Blood and Dust with reload anytime. We are, of course, playing it on Iron Man. But if something goes horribly wrong, it's good to know that I can save and load if something crashes, for example. I mean, you guys are there to make sure that that's what's happening. The one thing I like to change in all of this... Alright, we need to set it for Blood and Dust. The one thing I like to change is this enemy death on downed to 0. This artificially kills people when they just go down, so you could shoot someone in the leg, they go down, and they instantly die. I don't like that. The flip side is this can really make you bolster your population, because it means there are more people to catch and recruit, but I won't be having more than 7 people in my colony anyway, so we'll exercise some self-control on that one. Now, what do we get? Someone in chat, give us a name for our seed, and that's what we'll use to generate it. In the meantime, I'll make sure we have one of each faction here, because what I want to do is abduct somebody from every faction and then have a fight to the death, a competition between them, a league between them. Would it be a league? It'll be a tournament? Whatever, I'll seed them together and only one may live here. Okay, well I'm quite liking the Detroit one there, so we'll go with that. Generate us Detroit, please. Now I'm looking for a certain kind of map tile. I want to play in an arid area, because I haven't done that before. I've played Cold Bog before, I'm pretty sure I've played Swamp and Temperate, but I really want to play on some arid stuff. It's giving me a big chunk of arid here, which could be useful, but, oh, and a wee touch over there. Anything further north? No, it doesn't look like it. I want to have a mountainous place with caves, good road access, and close enough to other places so that I can go over and abduct people from them, or indeed just play nice neighbors with them. This place looks damn near perfect for me. It's mountainous, it has cave systems, it's right next to an old asphalt road. The only thing better than an asphalt road is an asphalt highway. Those are very rare, not sure we're going to find any on this map. That said, they're hard to spot at a distance, and they could be anywhere. Nonetheless, that does look great because it's a quick jaunt to get onto here. This place might be even better because it's immediately onto the road. This one has to clear some hills to get on there. But I highly doubt I'd ever want to go this way. I'd more want to go up that way. So this one still looks better. Unless I wanted water, but I don't. I had water last time. All this stuff is just little hills and that. Ooh, well, there's some stuff down here. Might even get myself next to a lake like that. Ah, no caves there. Nah, I'm overthinking it. Just grab what we saw there before. So it's mountainous, difficult to move on, but at least we can get out onto the road. Year-round growing period is going to be a nice change. I played a lot of time with long winters in my previous run. Forgeability is not so great, and it's these horrible agave fruits, but at least they're edible. Overheating might be a problem, especially if we get a heat spell, but hey-ho. Make it the larger side of medium, start it whenever you want game. Is there anything else one should change here? Not that I'm remembering, so let's just carry on. Oh, Crivens, this has changed! Oh god, don't tell me my save and load stuff isn't going to work here. This looks entirely different. They must have updated it last night, because I fired this up yesterday. Right, let's see if you can load our saved one. Would be nice if I could see it. Is it not going to show it to me? That's a little unfortunate. Ah, no, there we go. I can click there and see it. So, This is what I've strung up together here. We've got our unnatural selection ideology here. Supremacist raiding. The whole idea here is that we're not going to allow people to join our crew unless they can win it out with a display of valor or something similar there. What I want to do is have them kill each other for the privilege of joining. Although we'll see if my ragtag can live long enough to be that judgy. So we're going to require raiding. Our people are going to be very unhappy if we go more than 25 days without raiding. Might be difficult because, well, we're not going to be the strongest for doing raiding for quite some time. And raiding generally requires caravanning into said places to raid, and that could be difficult for us and not very good diplomatically. It's going to be honourable to have slaves. Now, I don't intend on having a large slave army, but it seemed only right for it to be an honourable thing around here. People will demand executions, and if we don't have one for 30 days, people are going to get all sorts of in a huff. And time for some hot gamer moments here. Intense bigotry. We won't really tolerate people that think differently from us. One thing you can really do in this game is smack your cannibalism way up, but I find that's just going to be way too easy. Cannibalism gives massive mood buffs, so I'm having none of that. They also really nerfed, well, not nerfed, but they buffed up the bad mood effects from butchering people into human meat, and I didn't want to get rid of that, so we're going to keep it here. Otherwise, I can't think of anything here that is too jumping out at me. I didn't want rules on clothing or love and that, and certainly not a marriage name, because I don't like to impact on how organic RimWorld evolves to be. A lot of the things you can do here, I feel like they railroad the experience, which isn't what I'm looking for, but heavy role players will certainly want it. Jake, is the lower work speed on raiding applied all of the time? I believe so. I believe that we will always have 16% lower global work speed, which is tragic, because global work speed impacts just about everything you do. The roles we have: a great chief, an ethicist, which I mistakenly read as ethnicist when I saw them the first time. I don't think I'll be using roles that much for a long time, because when you add a role, they stop doing lots of things. So if we have this engineer of destruction, he won't handle, he won't cook or grow or mine or cut plants or haul or clean. That's a lot of useful things that somebody won't be doing. That'd be good for this guy, because he'll mostly be producing stuff, but this Malay specialist not doing all that stuff seems madness, but we'll get to it anyway. And I wanted to have the rituals everywhere. If people die, we give them funerals. If we want to get together for a big party, we set fire to an effigy or a flag. And this is the most important thing, the gladiator duels. A duel between prisoners or slaves. The organizer gives a speech, excites the crowd, the duelists fight until one of them falls or time runs out. If weapons are in the arena, the duelists will pick up and use them. I hope there's not a cooldown on using this. If there is, I'm going to have to find and destroy it for when we have our big tournament. Relics. I don't think relics are very impactful on them, but I put a couple of tusks in there because I like elephants. And of course we'd have our venerated animal as an elephant. A rare thing indeed, but at least it can show up where we're playing. Right, that should cover everything here. Let's get out of that. Onwards to prepare carefully now. Which one am I doing here first? Probably all characters sorted first. I'll get to plus later on. These are the 5 that we're going to be starting out with. Health, Illustrajon, Earl von Woomer, Forever Lona, and Nyx. Now, I was given a lot of people, a whole lot of people, that have been added to the world here. And these are the 5 I picked up, mostly because they didn't have outrageously high skills. I'm going to be naming and shaming some people that decided that they had enormous capabilities and things. Now, maybe they do in real life, but that won't stop me from doing that. So, Health looks straight away to be our medical person in training, but otherwise good at fighting. That's going to be useful. Nudist, though, so Health's going to be making it all swing around. Illustrajon is our artist, of course. John is the resident artist around here. Thankfully, he's big into it. He's a bit psychopathic, so he's probably going to be beating up people in social fights, but otherwise he seems like a strong candidate. Woomer here isn't particularly good at anything, other than, well, that's good intellect, I suppose. Unfortunately, they are cancerous, so I'm not sure rubbing dock leaves all over her chest is going to make her feel any better, but we'll do what we can to keep her alive so that she can think our way to being better. I think she's the only one that can actually think around here. Lona's good with animals and sod all else, and they're a brawler, so they're not even going to use the guns that they have passion for. I quite liked how useless that sounded, so we brought her on board. And speaking of useless, that is not what Nyx is. He's a beautiful person, so if he actually gets it on with someone, he'll be a walking mood boost for them. Otherwise, well, there's our doctor right there, despite being sickly. Oh, well, sickly is what gives that medical, but he's probably going to fall ill and might even die because we won't have the technology to take good care of them. Yes, the 5 people I selected did come at the expense of shelving over 100 others. I could go through all of them, but I won't. That would take forever. I just want to pay special attention to some that chime in. Like, Euristo came in, and he's a useless guy, and his pawn here reflects that. But he also put in Urangu McBain from our wonderful time in the Herbs, who is, of course, a horrible individual, youth delinquent and crime lord, good at fighting, and a whole lot of not much else. A lot of interesting people come in, but interesting's perhaps not what I'm looking for, because I like the organic situations to arise. So when I see someone finely honed like this, I go, well, that's cool if you show up on the map, probably as a raider, but not really what I'm looking for. Oh, and about that, people in the world are going to be randomly scattered around the RimWorld. It's most likely they're going to turn up as a raider, but they could turn up as a trader or someone from a random event or quest. So let's see what happens there. Oh, we've got Pepperan here as well, good with plants and a whole lot of not else. Oh, Dark Young. So when I was talking about people that decided to really take things to extreme, he really wanted to channel that monkey brain into his character here. I think he's the only person that put down 20 for something. So he's got a massive brain, really good at fighting, invincible stats here, makes himself fast and tough and bloodlusty. Yeah, there's obviously a good bit of humility with Dark Young here. It's all offset by the fact that for some reason he gave himself moobs. I mean, to each their own. He also gives himself a bionic spine because only with augmentation could he ever hope to be carrying as much as he claims to do so. We've got Brute Queen back. Brute Queen back from the dead, of course. Decided not to make her the centerpiece of this run. She's had her time in the limelight. Ah, there was Hacker Man. I wanted Hacker Man on the team, but I was only stripped down to 5 choices. Hacker Man Zergle coming in from the run that we had of State of Decay. There was someone else. I was trying to find Callum as well. Calaw. But this isn't in any kind of particularly useful order for us, is it? No, I don't. Well, maybe I'm passing by him and not seeing. Oh, no, there he is, right at the bottom there. I so wanted to have Callum back in and see how his Spanish vacationing experience could work in RimWorld, because he's a pretty useless guy. Adventurous weirdo with creepy breathing. Good to see that he survived from State of Decay. Anyway, that's one thing, but I'm actually going for the all characters sorted plus, because I also put in some just straight up random characters into the world. As in, I took the names of people and just gave them random, completely random generated characters. Did I? Yeah, there's Bare Minimum back again. Not quite as much of a tank this time. Okay, I think that covers the characters enough. Let's, they're just bionic eyes, not Architect eyes. Are you finished? Actually, I want to make sure I didn't mess up anything with equipment. I didn't change the equipment, but I wanted to make sure it didn't change itself. When you start out as tribal, you start out with a load of crap. As intended. Okay, that was a lot of preamble. It's time for the show. I haven't played this from the start in a very long time. It means I don't really remember how things go, but that's okay. I did fine last time. And I'll do fine again. Maybe I'll get some traders to sell me a minigun once more. Single Mother sadly doesn't fit in as a name. Only a few of you escaped. Right, so you don't even drop pod in this time. It's just down you come into your world. First thing I'm going to do is pause and assess the situation. Whilst one of my favourite songs from the soundtrack plays. Excellent. Well, the game really loves me. I should love it back by playing well. There's a lot of cave, which is really what I'm looking for. I want to be able to tunnel this out. I'm not scared of these things anymore. Not that I know how to deal with them, it's just I'm not so scared after dealing with hundreds of them. Oh, we actually start with elephants on the map. Are people happy about that? No, they don't seem to care about the elephants. That's strange. Maybe you need to have them as part of your colony to be happy with them. Still looking for an anima tree, though. Ah, you look like one. There we go. That's quite far away from where we're starting and very far away from any cave systems there, but I could set up a cave system here, which is close to you. Trouble is, if you build artificial structures near the anima tree, it's going to be very unhappy. But I could just set it up as somewhere for people to go and meditate to as they feel they should. I don't want anybody walking through this, though. That's a shoo-in way to get themselves killed. Maybe I'll stay away from the anima tree for a wee while. Anima tree is going to be my ticket to getting psychic powers as tribal people. Some of these people have tribal backstories that allow using that. So Cave Child is one of them. Budding Artist is one of them. Mute is not one of them. Another Cave Child certainly is. And Computer Geek is certainly not. So 3 of them will be able to use that. Right, we had a quick scout about. Let's make sure people are tooled up. I have a couple of bows. 2 bows seems weird. I thought you only got 1. In any case, help grab yourself a Pilia, because that's a throwing weapon. Lona's a brawler, so of course you're going to want a brawling weapon. Actually, brawler seems more sensible for a wooden club. You also love to brawl, so you take the Iqua. Do I have any other brawling weapons? There must be a jade knife around here. Pretty sure you spawn with jade knives. Where's it hiding? There it is. You were right on top of it. So there we go. Now everybody has their... Well, you don't have a weapon. You should be on melee, not shooting. Made a tragic mistake here. You got the Pila for that. You know what? You can equip a piece of wood. It's not the greatest weapon known to man, but it still does a bit of damage. And if you like to melee, then that's what we'll go for. It does really reduce the amount of projectile that I can do, but too bad for us. A lot of brawlers, not many shooters. I like brawling in this game. It's dangerous, but it does a lot of damage, and it's far less likely to miss. Right, should enable all the things that we've found around here, like our medicine for sure, all that wood that says come around. And straight away I need to start thinking about where we're going to settle down and call home. I will certainly want to start growing things as soon as possible. This looks like a very good place for it, but it's dangerously close to where these insects are. This is a modest growing area, kind of out in the open, but not too shabby. Here's another one. Really protected off on the sides here. So this would probably be an excellent place to start out. See, good place for farming here and here. Nothing pre-built for us, but we're just gonna have to live with that. Jake is too sucked into exploring his future hellhole. Oh, the music's a bit loud, is it? Well, I was told the music was fine, and now I'm being told it's not. Hey, what happened to the chat turning red when I was named? That seems to have disabled itself again. I'll need to look into that for next time, but I'm sure someone will alert me at that point. So, I should probably build into the mountain to begin with, so at least I have fewer walls that I have to make. Wood is awfully scarce here, unfortunately. Very scarce indeed. Good thing we actually start with some. Alright, the first thing I'm going to want to do then is have a stockpile zone for all the things that we have. I can put it nice and central right about here. And it can take damn near everything that we have allowed, except for chunks and such. I'll even bring that bow over here. I'm not too worried about things degrading out in the open just yet, although that is worth considering. I could put it over here next to the everything. That way I can give it a free roof without needing to worry about that. 2, 3, yeah. Yeah, that should be easy enough to do, and it should also be very easy enough to roof. Oh man, I've missed playing this. It's been too long, game, too damn long. I shouldn't need to chop wood just yet, but I would like to give myself a bit of a wooden wall around here so that I can actually start out with somewhere to live in, even though it's not going to be the Ritz. It'll kill all those bad feelings of people living and sleeping out in the open. So I'll give myself another dumping zone right about here. And then that can take all the chunks that I say that I need to move here. And these would be said chunks. And I get, oh, now these two would be those chunks. Your silver is still X'd, Jake. I didn't even see my silver, but there it is. Thanks. Wouldn't want some raiders to come and take that. A nice thing is that the map now has all these things scattered about it. It's got old cars and wheels. As to the flavor of the map, unfortunately they don't actually do anything. So that's a little sad, but you do what you can. Right, I'm also going to have to clear this stuff so I can start growing here, but probably a home takes precedence. So I'll need some structure, door. Now, building out of wood has killed me before, because it's easy to set wood on fire, but wood is the material I have, so wood is the material I'm playing with. So that'll do. Hopefully that's not going to use up too much of it. I should also make sure that our work schedule is, of course, on manual priorities. Firefighting and being a patient is very important. Wait, what is patient anyway? Immediately life-threatening health condition. Good, that's different from bed rest, which I think is less important early game. I need people working. Our doctor here is going to be Dr. Nix. And I suppose Dr. Voomer. That should be important. What is basic in this? Release prisoners, flick switches, yeah, I suppose that's fine. Wardening will be done by Illustration, which is kind of strange, but I don't expect to have a lot of wardening to do. Cooking will also be done by John, that seems really strange. I'm calling him John, but his name is Illustrat here. That's going to be confusing for a lot of people, I'm sure. Lona the handler, that makes a lot of sense. Handling should be important to you. Health. You're the only one using a ranged weapon, aren't you? And it's a Pilia. You should be the hunter, of course, then. I should make sure that I target animals that aren't going to fight back. Construction. Anybody half decent at construction should help out with construction. And construction is an important thing for us, so there we go. Tempted to make Voomer join in construction too. Sadly, nobody is very passionate about it, and construction is something you need to do a lot of, but I'm sure many hands will help out with that. Growing plants is something that's quite important for everybody, as long as it's not cutting plants, because that's where you can lose out on them. Growing plants is going to be very important for us. Mining is going to be Lona's job. And otherwise, is there anything about this to worry about? Tailoring can be your job here. And smithing. In fact, Voomer is going to be quite big on constructing things for us, and the only one doing research as well. That's painful. Well, a lot of these things aren't going to be done because it's more important that we actually survive right now. So for now, if people could kindly prioritize hauling the things that we have. Yeah, it seems like it's all being done. Get to work, everybody. Need colonist's bed. Colonist needs treatment. Oh, that's right. Voomer has cancer, and it's growing. We're going to need to treat that so that it goes into remission. Hopefully that kind of treatment doesn't require too many skills. Jake, I believe you can click on the column name to adjust the whole column instead of meaning to click each box individually. Yeah, it sounds about right. Doesn't feel right, though. Okay, goody gumdrop. I wouldn't mind harvesting this stuff as well, just so that it's we're going to have extra food. Wait, where's my pemmican? Where is my food? Okay, well, good thing I have something like this. It's called pemmican, I think. Where's my food? Oh, tell me somebody's... Oh, thank God, Nix has picked it all up. Gonna be blasted for saying this, but it looks similar to Prison Architect. It's got that similar pawn thing going for it. Oh, wow, a lot of failures on the construction here. Health is very hungry and ate raw agave, which makes people very unhappy. It's unfortunate that you did that. Now I'm going to need to, and this is going to suck a bit, I'm going to have to make a sleeping spot right here, make it medical, and tell Voomer that you need to have your... Oh, I can't excise that carcinoma of yours, but go and rest up, and then someone will take care of you. You're not the doctor yourself, are you? Oh. I'm not sure if that's something that can be self-tended to. So, Nyx, you're going to be on subduing the cancer treatment. Prioritize tending, please. Hopefully this treatment will last a while. I don't know how frequently one needs to treat cancer in this game. Also, I'm going to keep this door open. It's just going to waste too much time for people going back and forth as it is. I would also like to really start on growing things, because the sooner it starts growing, the better. Growing zone by terrain, please. What are we going to grow here, though? I want heal root. Oh, right, I don't think anyone has 8 skill in plants, do they? 3, 5, 2, 2. Well, that's grim. I will definitely want cotton. And I'll probably want some corn, because corn is really high yield. Takes a long time to appear, though, and until then I'll be relying on too many other things, I think. Tatties don't take too long. Rice is the fastest but lowest yield, and it's a very low yield. I don't know, a bit of rice to get us through the day, I think. However, I definitely need cotton, so let's also make a smaller growing zone here. This one grows the cotton. And then I expand it gently. There we go. That should be 2 different zones. And later on, once we're settled in a bit more, I'll move over there and get that stuff done. These are sadly going to have to be hauled over to the dumping zone. Okay, how's that treatment going? Now, doing it on a sleeping spot, which is little more than a designated piece of crap on the ground, means, well, you know, hey, that wasn't too bad. It gives you pain, it makes your torso worse. Every 4 days we treat the cancer. Okay, well, you are a real piece of work, you know that? Right, as for schedules, I don't think anybody here is a night owl. I should check on that one. No. Night owls are pretty useful, but they're also a pain to care about. Let's give people a bit of recreation time before sleep time. This is really hard. Why is my chat not showing up in red when there's something going on with questions? Let me check into that just a moment, because it is bothering me to no end. Where does that normally show up in? Chat appearance or something? Nah, not seeing it. I'll fix it for next time, and I will try to pay a bit more attention. It's just the game is very attention draining. So a dark torch is a new kind of light, which I think doesn't kill... Well, actually, let's see what the game has to say about it, right? It's under... What is it under, actually? Here we go, dark torch. Specially treated wooden torch produces a dim light. People who prefer dark light work best in this light source. And then there's fungus dark torch. Can be refueled by fungus. I guess that's useful for people in mountain bases who have no access to wood, or no reasonable access to wood. Our lack of wood, our lack of plant ability is really going to impact our ability to get wood, unfortunately, but we'll do what we can in that regard. As long as everybody can keep themselves busy. I want this stuff moved out of here, and it's, we'll give ourselves some beds, hopefully far enough away from each other to not interrupt each other's sleep. And it does count as indoors, even though it's going to be a horrible place. Yeah, awful barracks. Spacious, dirty, impoverished, ugly. We'll take care of those things. Fortunately, the game gives you this initial optimism that helps you ride through some of the worst bits. But, oh man, was everybody eating that agave? Probably because Nyx was carrying all the pemmican at the time. And Voomer's cancer causes a permanent -10 thanks to that serious pain. I will need a lot of medical skill in order to treat that properly, sadly. Nyx doing what he does best, which is haul those rocks away for us. Thank you, Nyx. You know, looking at it, I don't think I need to haul these, so I'm going to cancel their hauling. People just move them off of this, which is fine as it is. I'm going to need a table so people can eat their pemmican off of that. And I can put it over here. At the very least, people are going to want that in the morning. Wait, a stool? Ooh. Looks different from the stool I used to know. Maybe this is a tribal style stool. A wee wooden table right here with a bunch of stools around it should suffice then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was a lot of wood to spend on. Oh, I don't have that kind of wood. Okay. Abort, abort. People don't need a place to sit and eat that badly. Maybe I can steal a table that already exists on the map. Hey, here's one. Here's a table with my name on it, and it's made of steel. Ooh, I will want that. Okay then, I'm going to claim that as my own and reinstall it back at our home. There we go. When in doubt, pillage what already exists on the map. Anything else just begging to be taken. There are these pre-made beds occasionally, but you can't move them for reasons that evade me. Well, there's a steel sarcophagus. I'm going to hope that we don't need that. Yeah, one thing my map is missing here is usable items like that. You do what you can. I just want to get these crops placed as soon as possible, because otherwise, yeah, all this is home zone. Use your words, Jake. I know you can do it. The sooner I get them planted, the sooner they're just going to grow without any further attention from me, and that's what I'm keen on. Was there a chair in the place that you looted from? No, it doesn't look like it. Just loads of chunks. Marble wall, steel table, marble. More steel would be good for me. Is this structure made of steel? It is. Okay, that is useful. That is very useful. I'm actually going to want to deconstruct this to give me early access to some steel. Steel's going to be useful for making a bench. Alright, looks like health is on the Operation Steel table. Get it? Because we're stealing it, and it's made of steel. It's very funny. And with that, I suppose I could at least put down a couple of stools, so a couple of people can eat well there. And it's time to get going on my zones. I want to... Oh man, where's the zone? Here we go. Manage my areas. Area 1 is going to be called cleaning. I'm going to set cleaning area as cleaning area. That was it, right? Yep. And I'm going to expand the cleaning zone to only include this for now. I don't care how unfortunate people are to be out in the open here. God, lack of plant skill is going to hurt me for a while, especially for tribal people who are so reliant on it. So this is quite good, and this should be a healthy amount of steel to get me started. 37 will be enough to get... Wait, our horse is called Depression. If it isn't a chair, it was that thing at the bottom edge of the building. The bottom edge of the building that you took the table from. The model didn't look like a wall. You mean this? The ancient fence? Now that is certainly not a door. Okay. Not too shabby so far. And there we go, our very own steel table. Still makes the room look impoverished, but what are you going to do? This stool is poor, so it gives a tiny amount of comfort to sit on. And this stool is normal. It also gives a tiny amount. Sleeping spots actually give you more comfort than sleeping on the ground themselves. I don't know how that works, but it does work. When it comes to making our own beds, I don't think we even have the capacity to make a bed. If we look at the research here, complex furniture. I think that's what it... Yeah, a bed is complex furniture. We're probably going to want that at some point. There's a lot of things we're going to want, and unfortunately, our research speed is multiplied by 67%, because we're that dumb. If only we had a giant monkey brain to help us out here, but we don't. Pen needed. One of your tame animals or roamers, if not kept in an animal pen, they'll wander away. Create a pen by da-da-da-da-da. Are you bonded with anybody? No? Then I think I know what's going to happen to you. Bye-bye. We'll get you slaughtered because I don't want to have pen... Well... I don't want penned-in horses. I want penned-in goats or cows or something like that. But for now, you should just be slaughtered and cooked up. Survival of the fittest. Alright, things are getting grown nice enoughly. There we go, it's good. It's important for our people to relax, so you can do a bit of cloud watching there. Our people won't have many demands for recreation. Just 2 is fine, and they can do that solitary and socially. It's a bit slow. I would love to build our people a game of Ur, but I'm not so sure that's the best thing to spend our time on right now. The important thing for me is making sure that we can deal with our negative mood traits as soon as we can, because we're going to get some more negative traits for sleeping on the ground, having an awful barracks, crappy place to eat, all that sorts of stuff that people moan about. And because I can't build particularly good things... Oh wow, there goes depression. How to beat depression. It's this simple. This pemmican's going to last us a few days after that. I'm going to need to cut these algarve berries into something a bit better. Deteriorating because outdoors. I'd like to move it indoors, but I think it'll do just fine there. It's not going to deteriorate very fast. Oh, well there's a thought. I'm going to need a roof over this place. It's already 2 PM. And... There we go. Cannot build a roof over a cactus. Well then, kill the cactus. We're going to need... I wonder if we can build a column just yet. Structure. Oh wow, nice looking column. Unfortunately, it's far more expensive than just building a piece of wall, which will do every bit as good at keeping things afloat. So I think one bit of wall there is going to be enough to get all of the roof that we need, because you can build a roof 6 tiles out away from 6 tiles away from any existing wall. Yeah, putting it there should be more than enough. And then you won't be able to cloud watch from indoors anymore, so enjoy it whilst you can. We're taking a long time erecting these, sadly. Well, that's level 4 construction for you, and you don't even get construction skill from doing this. The lack of plant skill is hurting me badly, though. Just going for a walk. I'm not begrudging my people enjoying going for a walk and such. Their needs for recreation are an important way to keep their mood up. Slatchy comes in. The first thing they ever say is mods. This is the first time I think I've done a stream with an actual bot in chat. Time will tell if that was a good idea or not. Ooh, Steam guys are right there. If only we were more industrial, that would be really good for our... well, for our everything. Someone gonna haul that dead horse over here? It's gonna spoil eventually. It's gonna be dark inside with all of this. Hate to say it, but we should probably... What is it under? Furniture? Should probably build some kind of torch around here so that people can work and stuff. Or at least not begrudge the darkness. Using up all this wood that I don't have, but it's got to be done. Depression will rot in a couple of days. Hopefully that doesn't become a problem. There we go. Oh, that's right, health doesn't like wearing clothes. Well, don't do it on my account, let it all flow free. No slaves in the colony. Sweaty. It's too hot here. I'm sweating. Really? Oh yeah, it is 27 degrees. Do we have that temperature thing? Yeah, the passive cooler. The passive cooler is probably going to be good for indoors. People hate sleeping in the heat. Although I've left the door open, so I'd have to start closing it. Still though, seems like a good idea to passively cool this place. I don't know if this thing can be picked up and moved around, but regardless, I'll put a cooler in here. Expensive on the wood. I think wood also abstracts for water in this case, because you need water for this, and good luck finding water here. I have to dig a well. How you feeling now, though? Happily nude. Wow, that is a huge boost in happiness. I guess that's to make up for the fact that without clothes you have very little protection against the elements and the bullets. Stone skin could help, but stone skin is very advanced tech. Come on, Nix, you can do it. Your level 5 construction makes you one of the better constructors we have. Poor. Another poor place to sit. Okay, now it's really dark in here. I want that torch lamp built up. People don't like being in the dark generally. Their comfort's going to go way down. I would really like some leather or something to make some proper roll-out beds for people. Call it proper, but you know, it's better than nothing. To that end, we should figure out what wildlife we have, because some wildlife don't actually fight back. So I should definitely find that. Chance this creature will attack when harmed. So dromedaries and hares and this iguana and these rats won't actually fight back if we go to hunt them. The dromedaries are the obvious ones to go for then. If they won't fight back, we should definitely murder them for their skin. Camel hide, I think, is pretty crap. Good at temperature regulation in hot climates. Well, that seems quite useful if people are getting too hot and sweaty later on, but it shouldn't be a problem early on. How much skin are we talking about? It says 265, but that gets reduced by 33% if you don't kill it cleanly. And by cleanly, I mean slaughter it as a tame animal. Voomer is gathering. There we go, health is going on the hunt. That's good. Don't stop until you've killed it. And off comes you. Now I should... How are we doing indoors here? 26 degrees. Wait, it's hotter inside than outside? I still have an unroofed part of it, though. Oh, I missed a spot. There we go. Right. This is something that's usually better if you do it manually, especially for things that don't fight back. You just tell them to get close, and wow, that takes a long time to throw. That was a good stab, a really good stab. Hopefully it doesn't run out of range before I throw. Oh, at that range I'm going to miss anyway. That's not enough for a good kill. That said, though, we're going to go to sleep. Oh, well, damn, that was a good one. That neck is gushing out with blood. You'll be dead by morning. So my idea here is that I'm just going to give them fatal wounds, and then we'll come back and get them in the morning. What a terrifying prospect, this naked, fleshy man coming to hunt you down with sharp-thrown sticks. Okay, you destroyed its lung. That's unfortunate, because I like to eat lungs. Well, I gotta say, you're pretty good at what you do there. Give it another shank, and then it'll be time for bed for you. Just as well it doesn't retaliate, because that would be bad for us. Very bad for us. So that one's dead in 9 hours. You're getting a bit tired and hungry for what it's worth, but I'm going to see if I can finish this off just so that we can have a... we can bring something back with us. Meanwhile, everybody else still has work to do. There's things to chop. This stuff has been planted at least, which is rather nice. I'm going to have a crafting spot and a butcher spot here. Ooh, oh, this is good. Craft spot here, butcher spot here. That way they can make use of the crappy stools that I've already made. Oh, that's a bad place because it's considered dark there. That was the crafting spot, right? There we go. They're using the crappy stools, but what you gonna do? I'm not gonna butcher this animal until it's almost rotting. As for crafting, smashing mechanoids, making all this stuff. Ooh, I can make recurve bows. Its construction behaves like a tuned spring, storing energy efficiently. I've still got my bow from my archery days, but it was no recurve. Okay, very, very good. Prioritize hunting that. Why are you taking a step back? It's already dead. Oh, it's not dead. It's asleep. Oh, now it's dead. Now go and haul that dead one. And this one, when animals sleep, I believe they do heal themselves up, but there's no way it's going to unheal. There's no way it's going to stop all that bleeding. Bleeding from the eye. Grim. Very grim. Yeah, it went peacefully in its sleep. It was the least we could do for it. Now, you might reasonably say, Jake, you're not playing very efficiently with your characters, and you'd be very right about that, but I'm less interested about playing efficiently, more interested about having a fun, organic time with all these people. Now, I got all this space, which is also really good for growing. The question is, what should we grow here? We'll start planting it tomorrow. Now, I'd love to get some heal root going, but that's out of the question for now. I could put down a lot more cotton, because I think cotton's going to be very important to us. What's the yield on cotton again? Harvest yield of 10, so what do we got? 100, 200, 300? I'm dubious about that. The thing is, cotton can be very, very useful. But feeding ourselves is also very useful. I'll put corn over here and hope that it doesn't die off. And then that should give us a lot of food once it matures. Hops, the way to go. Rim drunk. Let's go. Ah, good thought. I didn't turn my attention to drugs, did I? Smoke leaf and psychoid can be quite useful, but does anybody have that level of skill when it comes to growing plants? The best we have is 5 from Illustrat, and he could certainly grow us a whole lot of smoke leaf. But I'm not really sure I'm at the twirling joints level just yet. I'd rather focus on survival. Illustrat using a piece of wood as a weapon is a poor choice, though. I'd really like to make him. Even a club would be better. Clubs don't have quality, though. Knives do. And if we were to make a knife, we could make it out of plasteel, steel, uranium. A steel knife would probably be a goodish weapon. But... Nah, we'll pass on that for now. If we get attacked, I'm sure we can steal whatever the attacker brings to the table. I'd like a club. Nice biscuit. Uranium knife would do too. I don't know, John. It seems kind of cool that an eloquent artist such as yourself would choose to just use a big unwieldy lump of wood as a weapon. What are you up to, health? Ah, that's right. People like to carry a bunch of food on them. I'd love to make this a better place to be in. Are we at the point where we can produce art yet? I could make us an art bench, but a research bench is certainly the way to go right now. Is this considered lit? It is considered lit. No, that's dark, though. Researching in the dark probably doesn't do anyone any favors. Well, what I could do is put you here. This is lit. And then I move you over to there. And then this becomes the permanent research area. And then our big-brained boomer can get onto that. As their cancer continues to grow. It's always fun to watch others play RimWorld, says Tyrion. If just to see how completely different they do things from me, I always go for individual rooms ASAP. That's probably because the sharing a barracks is a really bad mood debuff. But putting in separate rooms is a lot of resources. And I'm not drowning in wood here. I've only got a couple hundred and I'm about to thunk a whole lot of it into research. It's a good thing research doesn't cost resources on its own, at least. Igor here, you're gonna eat our food, aren't you? I might just have to kill the dog too. Oh, it's a nice 18 degrees indoors. This passive cooler probably not helping that much because it really cools down in the evening. But throughout the day when people are working in there, it's going to be a different story. How much are stone walls? Walls are always 5 units, unless it's gold or silver, in which case it's 50. The thing is, I don't have good production of stone right now. Well, I don't have any production of stone. And we don't have access to the stone grinding up thing. It is tempting to make an art bench so that Illustrajon can start with his illustrating. I mean, what else is he going to be doing? Well, cooking might be something to consider. I should make a lot of pemmican. Thing is, pemmican. Well, yeah, I can actually make a good amount of pemmican using the agave fruits and the meats of these things. There's certainly more agave fruit to be harvested. Harvest all we can, bring it back, turn it into more pemmican, because pemmican takes a long time to degrade, and it's going to be our staple for quite some time. And I can make pemmican over a campfire. Campfire, which would also produce light, and I could put it over here. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Cook pemmican. Because you don't get your packaged survival meals. I know I'm not speeding through the night time because it's giving me lovely extra time to think. As expected, this poor thing is dying from blood loss, and I should always keep a good eye on animals that spawn in their area, which have good amounts of meat and leather. That leather amount seems like it's gone down a lot more than I was expecting it to. I think when I was looking at leather, I was looking at meat there. There we go, damaged, times 66%. Also, this difficulty further reduces it by 10%, which is a bit rough. I'm not interested in rats. Rats giving me a tiny amount of leather. Elephants would be wonderful, but we venerate them. And also, if you try to tame them, there's a good chance they'll get angry as well. Oh wait, no, they never! Oh, wow. I could try to tame them for free. Who's good with animals? Who is good with animals? I wasn't aware that elephants were so timid. Come on, Jake, use your eyes. One of these must say animals on them. Basic warden handling of animals. Lona's level 7 with animals. This is where we have something like numbers here. Oh my goodness, numbers here is a lot of stuff I don't care about. I don't care about equipment. I do care about the level of care we're giving them. And frankly, I'd rather that was industrial tech. I keep my Glitterworld stuff for, well yeah, no time for operations. Inspiration is good. Disease immunity could be good. Don't care about kills. I don't care about patient. What I want are certain stats, such as tame animal chance, which Lona has the best one at, 25%. I'm going to try my luck at taming these, because if I do get an elephant, then it's going to give me a lot of leather and meat if I slaughter it, and its tusk, which can be valuable, and an unwieldy weapon which Illustrajon could use, and it will tell me how unhappy our people will get when we slaughter a venerated animal. Prohibitations. Slaughtered venerated animal. Tame venerated animal died. 8 venerated animal meat. Oh, well, that's probably not good. Interesting. Maybe don't eat the elephants. It's like slaughtering a cow in India. Yeah, but the elephant is so good. You know what? If nothing else, I can bring them over. Get to it, Lona. I think you'll actually need to grab some pemmican too. Oh, you're consuming the pemmican rather than... Yeah, I've done myself a disservice by having the door here and not, say, here, so people can quickly go in and out to get to the stockpile. Alternatively, I move the stockpile indoors, but stockpiles are ugly things to share a room with. So I got stuff to build, stuff to harvest, stuff to plant. Just generally stuff to do. So get to it. I'm even going to speed the game up. Now, taming that elephant... Well, sped the game up and then promptly stop. Oh, you're going to use that crappy agave fruit to try and tame them. That's dangerous because we could just lose it and gain nothing for it. Well, give it the old college try, Lona. Jake, can you give those of us who came in late a quick overview of the ideology of this burgeoning colony? No, Tyrion, I cannot. It's not been very long, and there's a link that has all the details of it, because if I did that all the time, we'd be talking about nothing but the ideology for ages. Oh, right, I wanted to get rid of you. How's it going there, Lona? Where's our new elephant? Lona gently touched the elephant. Lona came near the elephant while talking to herself about the link between adulthood and life stresses. Wow, girl, that is deep. Lona sat patiently near the elephant. Yeah, feeding it all of our precious agave fruits. This better work, Lona. Oh my god, you got it! Lona slapped Elephant 1 in a show of dominance. Elephant 1 has accepted and joined Lona's community. Well now, Lona. You have already done more for this group than everyone else put together. You need to step up your bloody games. Wait, Health is wearing clothes again. Ah, I see the problem here. Nudist is what you should be set to, otherwise anyone can wear anything. Okay, it's no kidding. Elephants eat a lot. But I think they eat grasses and stuff, right? I mean, otherwise they wouldn't be able to survive out here. So I need to make ourselves a new zone here. Nothing compared to RimWorld's suite of tools to allow Jake to horribly kill his patrons. Maybe Frostpunk. Sadly, Frostpunk, although you could rename anyone, it didn't have any impact at all. Unrestricted home cleaning, so we need to make a new area. We're going to call it Animals. This will probably get more advanced as time goes on, but for now I just want a place for the animals. And I will tell the animals to just hang around here. Should be well, I don't want to eat my agave fruit, but... There we go. Now I do very much want to slaughter that animal. No kidding, I really do. Because the amount of stuff that animal can give us, 160 leather, is huge. Elephant leather. Tough. Poor insulator, but tough. God, am I tempted. I'm so tempted. Oh, you're going to immediately try and tame another one. Okay, I'm going to tell you to go to animal area, and it's immediately going to bolt over. Listen, sooner or later we're going to have to kill a venerated animal. Better to do it now when we can figure out what it's going to do. To our moods, that is. How you feeling there, Nix? Awful barracks, unsightly, slept on ground, no slaves in the colony. I know, it's tragic, isn't it? Alright, Lona tried a second time and it failed, but she's going to try a third time. No wonder you brought over all the fruits. I really cannot begrudge you for that, even if I want to. Let's get those berries going as well, because look, this amount of pemmican is already going way down. Oh, right. Needed that there, didn't I? Add a bill. Make pemmican. Make lots of pemmican, please. What are you going to use? Anything you can, honestly. Well, not human and insect meat, but... this other meat that we have, fruit, berries, corn. Well, sadly I got rid of most of that stuff. Possible to cook simple meals out of this meat. Can you slaughter the elephant, given the ideology? Elephants are venerated by all tribespeople and will not be harmed. Is that so? What about our psychopath? Are they going to care about that? Let's try this again. Slaughter, illustration. Ooh, ideology forbids. What if I shoved it in a place where it simply starved to death or burned to death? Yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me. Okay, time for malnutrition to do my job for me. The elephants will break wood with ease. Are you saying that an animal would try to break out of there? Starving would work, but you'd still get the mood debuff from eating. I don't want to eat it, I just want to wear its skin. I could send it over here to die by the hands of these things. But that would also be risky. Very risky. And I would lose 33% of its leather, plus whatever gets snipped off. Difficult. Actually, I think that's a pretty good idea. I can send it in there and then bring it out, and it can die from its bloody wounds, and then I can carve it up. Please do not hurt the elephant. Sorry to say, but I want that tusk, and I want that skin. I think I'm at... Well, you know what? It's time to test these ideas, if nothing else. Get over there. And let's clear the area that I've made thus far. Jake laughing at the idea of him being murdered. I think that sentence died in your fingers there, Marvin. Laughing at the... Oh no, just give it up, Marvin. It's not happening. How about this dromedary? Okay, there we go. Nyx has finished the fight. It's coming back over here. I'm going to want that meat, though. I might actually have to make simple meals out of meat. Sadly, simple meals don't last very long, but until I have my rice ready to help us out, it's not going to do much for me, sadly. Elephant needs treatment. Are you going to fight back? It is fighting back. That's useful. Unfortunately, it's bringing friends along. I really hope this doesn't aggro all of these things over to me. Come to think of it, it might. But it would be fine if you killed them all whilst you're at it. That would give me a free run to go over here and exterminate the hive. New elephant tamed. Oh yeah, okay, great. I'm going to cancel the taming on the other ones and tell you to get over to Animal Zone. And maybe you can finish off whoever's left. There we go, this one's being gorged on elephant tusks. Good show. Alright, I gotta say, that was brilliant. By me, of course. What do we need, though? Stone cutting would be useful, because we could get stone cutting going. Devil Strand wouldn't be so useful. Carpets, complex clothing. It's hard to say no to complex furniture, though. The ability to store things. The ability to have nice beds to sleep on. Armchairs are really good at turning materials into money, because people buy armchairs. Yeah, can't say no to that. Confirm. You cannot build slab bed or double slab bed. Okay, well, fine, I'm sure we can live without those things. Speaking of living, how are you doing? Not a lot of living I'm seeing there. Bye-bye, elephant. Oh my god, no, 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 they're on their way! Okay, that's pretty bad. We did aggro them. We aggroed very deadly spider things. Well that's bad. But don't worry about it. I'm sure it'll be okay. Gonna bring the elephant, which is here, over to here. Hopefully meet up with them. Come on, need you two to fight, not me. Okay, for some reason it's going back over to there, but that's fine. You need to think about where you're going, Sunshine. Go to the animal zone. That's not quite the animal zone. I like this, coming up with new and interesting solutions to new and interesting problems. Unrestricted, back to animals. You won't rot away. Oh, you're only downed as well, you're not even killed. Oh, that's strange, you're not actually fighting these things now. Don't know what to make of that. Do not know what to make of that. Perhaps if I simply block your route. Tell you to go and recheck going to the animal place. As long as nobody else is busy right now, we should be fine. But I do need to go and get that. Oh, you're gonna have a wee... There we go, that's what we're looking for. The damage that's done with elephant tusks is quite a bit bigger than what they can do to me. The trouble is no. Oh geez, I did not think that people would be heading over to there. Get away! How do I make you not do that right now? These mega spiders are already dead. It's just a question of if they're going to be incapacitated in time, but there's no way I'm sending my colonists to fight with mega spiders. I mean, look at this. Not actually a spider, the mega spider is a genetically engineered giant insectoid the size of a bear, designed for heavy work and combat. Its thick, chitinous armor makes it hard to kill, while its long ripper blades make it deadly at close quarters. So please do not do that, Voomer the computer. In fact, Voomer, let's have you research, shall we? You can grab that as long as the elephant doesn't notice. Okay, elephant is not going to win this encounter. Its pain is severe, it's going to drop down soon. However, these things are bleeding out, they will die. Good. Now, you might reasonably say we could have helped the elephant, but the risk would be Nix, no! Everybody wants to save the poor blessed elephant. Right, could I set my animals to not get medical care, please? Oh my god, you did what? You completely cracked its shell. Well, that is excellent. We should eliminate this as soon as we can. It's just going to be a permanent threat to us if we don't. On you go, Nix. Go and take it down. I shouldn't help that elephant, though. It needs to die. And this elephant's going to die, so that's okay. There we go. How you doing on that research there, Boomer? Painful, you say? I know. Surely the elephant gets to live. This is basically the first gladiatorial combat. I need it. I need its skin. A good point is made, though, right? This is not a game about... what am I even trying to say? We're not trying to min-max here. We're trying to be who we are. And this elephant has shown that it's made of sterner stuff than most. Okay then. I'm gonna bring that elephant back over here and let it rest up. Won't all the colonists get -10 now because 2 sacred animals died for -5 each? I don't know, and that's kind of what I want to learn. Get the animal back over here. Do not have that as an animal spot anymore. And maybe I could... Can I give it an animal sleeping spot? Is that a thing? Animal sleeping spot? Tell it to sleep on there, for example. Alright, who wants to be our elephant too, by the way? Anybody who didn't submit a character, if you want to be our elephant, go for it. There we go, excellent. And on top of that, we got ourselves some insect jelly, which I am definitely taking and selling, because it's worth damn good money. That's $8 times 30 that I just got. That's a lot. So let's make sure that people don't eat the jelly. Food restriction. Simple, please. Oh man, simple involves a lot of things here. Don't eat corpses. Plants are fine. Don't eat plant matter. Drugs, I suppose, are fine. Don't eat the chocolate, or the hay, or the kibble. Pemmican is fine. Nutrient-based and simple meals, all fine. Oh, and you don't need drugs. No drugs for you since you're a teetotaler. Okay, I thought he was eating it there, but no, he's picking it up. Good. Alright. Alright, I like the name Mr. Grande for an elephant here. Mr. Grande, our first truly venerated elephant. Oh man, you are in bad shape. Who's our medic man? It's Nix, isn't it? Once you're done dropping that off, Nixie. Wait, you're unloading your inventory? Oh, I guess you're picking stuff up right now, aren't you? I would far rather you actually saw to the elephant, please. Unfortunately, with the elephant lying there, we're actually going to have to feed it, and it's probably going to want our nice food, and it has a massive hunger. Wait, what? Oh, it's just one guy. One guy called Mega Scarab. Oh, wow. Steadfast, careful shooter, level 12 in plants? An interesting person to have around. Unfortunately, I don't really have what I need to set up anything to keep them very alive. But if he's just going to hang around up there, I'm sure we can prepare a defense for him. It's just a case of, will anybody get horribly maimed in the process? Also, our things are going to die here, so I need to butcher creature. Should probably be done forever. But no, butchering an elephant is fine. I need to do something about that elephant meat, though. I'll figure it out. This should be a good way for Nix to get better at his medical, though. He's really big on medical, and if he gets really good from healing Mr. Grande, then he might be able to excise the cancer from Voomer later on. Okay, elephant has died. How do people feel about that? Venerated elephant died. It's only 5 days of -5. That we can live with. It's eating this elephant meat that's going to be the real problem. It's kind of a shame we killed off all the insects there. Oh, jings, we didn't. This one's back up. Oh, it's okay. When it loses all of its blood, it will die properly. But you might actually go down and meet it when you come to attack us. That's worth considering. So who's that? That's Illustration carving up our animals. Bit hot in here, isn't it, Boomer? Body of mother frustrated. I wish I had some kind of artificial part. I could give you a wooden foot, or a peg leg, or a wooden hand, or even a denture to make you happy, but that would all make you considerably worse as a pawn, so I'll pass. Nix is happy. Why is Nix so happy? I love my work. I could do this all day, every day, he says, regarding patching up our venerated elephant. I already gave it an animal bed, but it's just a bed space, not an actual physical structure. Trees sorely missed. It's been too long since I've seen a tree. I know how you feel. Oh, he's got some jade on him, and some devil strand stuff. Well, he's gonna die. By the way, is someone gonna get this elephant? And I'm unsure if I want this, if I want the insect meat from these things. Probably not. Oh no, the scarab is dying now thanks to severe blood loss. And on the plus side though, we've got our corn planted. And that is a significant plus side. You're going to go and grab our dead elephant who I can carve up for a tusk for illustration. Its meat though will be a different matter. Feeding you is also going to be a matter. The amount of food that this guy needs is immense, and I'm going to have to be the one to feed him. Jake, you could repurpose the glow pod from the infestation. It's good for another 18 days, isn't it? Sure, we can reinstall you wherever we want, really. Let's shove it over here. Just for the hell of it. Okay, he's beginning his so-called assault. Tell you what, let's be ready for him. Sorry, Nix, I know you wanted to take care of Mr. Grande. This stuff should actually serve as a pretty good block, because he's going to take his time to get over this stuff. All the while he's going to be pilied, and when he does cross over it, we're going to shank him something rotten. From both sides, in fact. And since health is the naked one, it makes sense that he's the one that stays on the backside. And Mr. Scarab here has a melee weapon. So this is just the game testing us to say, okay, have you just been faffing around, or do you actually know how to deal with something coming your way? Well, that was a damn good shot. His leg is down, his moving is down. In fact, his moving is so down that we can kind of run circles around him. But that shouldn't be necessary. Get you guys over here, you guys over here. And back a bit there, Boomer. Kill him. There we go. Nix took a bit of a shanking there in the torso, but he'll be fine. And our friend Mega Scarab went down, but not out. Now the question, what to do with you? We like executions, actually. So I could actually take him prisoner and execute him. But where would we take him prisoner at? Also, Nix needs a place to heal himself up. What I could do is make this a medical place, tell Nix to go there. Nix is our best medic, but that's a good opportunity for Boomer to see to you as well. Don't you need a slave? I don't need a slave, it would certainly be helpful. I will make a really, really horrible place for him to be. Hopefully we can get this done before people desire sleep. And I'll make this a prisoner bed. He only has a few hours to live, yeah I know, so we're gonna have to get on this ASAP. Who's our constructor anyway? Oh yeah, we don't really have anyone particularly good at construction. Well, Lona, you're good enough. Go and work on that, pretty please. Good job, Health, though. Your initial Pilia thing made him move so slowly that it was easy to kill him. Great, I get to sleep next to the slave room. Well, think of it as looking over the one that did so much ill to you. Don't fail this. We need this guy. We need this guy ready to be capped. Oh, you botched it immediately. Well, while we're waiting on that, could you make these wooden walls, please? Because, yeah, this guy's going to die in a few hours. Nice. The elephant is still bleeding, that's okay. The elephant's in no immediate danger. Nix, you should rest until you're healed, champ. And that means Voomer should see to you. 10 to Nix, the sickly man that he is. Should somebody be building this? There we go. Get on it, Lona. With that 5 construction skill of yours, surely you can make a door. Good, 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 good. Now we can say that this is for our prisoner, and we can also say that you are going to capture him. Lona saying I want him dead. Oh, Mega Scarab is going to die, but he's going to die on our call. Severe blood loss for our elephant friend. That's a dang shame. Do elephants eat meat, by the way? Yeah, no, that's the animal sleeping spot. That's Mr. Grande. Vegetables, seeds, live plant, meals, processed foods, liquor, and kibble. So that's a no. Probably going to have to feed him our pemmican now, or our other things, which is really bad. The food situation is something I really need under control, and it's not currently under control. Alright, Boomer, could you kindly tend to him? He does not get any of our fancy medicines, though. Just stop the bleeding. And you're going to do this completely in the dark. You're just guessing at what you're patting at there. The elephant will eat meals made of meat. Yes, processed foods are fine. Oh wow, you did 50% heal quality in the dark with your bare hands. I guess Boomer knows a thing or two about dealing with body wounds. Heal him so you can execute him? Absolutely, it's like that scene out of Gladiator, where they shank him but cover up the wounds. Alright, that's enough. That's enough wound seeing too for you. And as our prisoner, you will be executed. I wonder if that's the way we're meant to be doing it, though. What does our ideology tell us? No execution for 30 days is a travesty. I thought there might be more of a thing to it, like I can set up a little execution platform for it. Ooh, I bet it would be nice putting in a gibbet. Oh, I can take his skull off and put it on a skull spike. Yes, yes, now we're talking. Who was it that really wanted him dead? I believe it was Lona. Lona, would you do the honors, please? Not assigned to wardening? Well, we can sort that if you really like. Execute him. If you make a ritual spot, you can execute him there as a ritual. Ah. Begin public execution. Yes, that's what we're talking about. Okay, great. In that case, cease that. There's no need to execute him there. Public execution, it can be awkward. Well, maybe it will be. Prisoner. Says I don't have a prisoner. You need a prisoner. I have a prisoner. He's right here. Wow, I didn't know that Nightbot could auto-moderate. I'll have to turn that off later on. Right, what am I missing here? For best quality, start the public execution at an altar or an ideogram. We don't really have one going for us. How do I choose the prisoner, though? Some of your selected participants are sleeping. They'll wake up when you start the ritual. Did you officially take him as a prisoner? He looks like a prisoner to me. He probably needs to be able to walk. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Oh well. I guess that means we can give him a little bit more of that, but we will have our public execution. Hey, there we go! John, you have got yourself your elephant tusk, which I'm sure is not what you were asking for, but it's a bit more powerful than using a stick. Oh my god, I am so low on food. That rice is growing as fast as it can, but that's not fast enough. Also, poor Mr. Grande here is still bleeding out nastily. Hey Nix, you're doing fine. Could you go and tend to Mr. Grande? Did you get a malus for butchering the elephant? Nope, just that it died. And we'll get a further malus if we eat its meat. So we should endeavour not to. That makes a difficult thing though. How do we deal with that? Right, well what I will need to deal with is the food situation. And to do that, I'm going to have to make simple meals. And those simple meals can be made with whatever, as long as it's not elephant meat. Also, I don't want any vegetarian. It just needs to be a meat thing. Simple meat meals out of anything other than elephants, humans, or insects. That should be fine. Simple meals won't last that long, but as long as we have something to eat. It's also a very efficient way of turning calories into more calories. It's the ultimate way to make cows break the law of thermodynamics. I think that's the law that they're breaking. They're breaking some kind of law. Maybe do it for pemmican as well. Pemmican requires plant matter as well, so I would need rice or corn or berries. Don't worry, Mr. Grande, you'll be fine. You actually didn't get any permanent scarring out of that encounter. You may yet get scarring because I'm treating you really badly, but at least nothing of yours is really that injured. I think you'll do just fine. Do you have him set up for execution under the tab? I did, but I think the thing is that he does need to be able to walk. He's just in pain shock. When the pain subsides, which I'm sure it will someday, then we'll see to it. Nice thing about Tusk is it's worth decent money, so I can sell it if the need arises. It might be better than some of the stuff. It's more powerful than a Jade Knife. Better armor penetration as well. Better than the Steel Equa. It's better than the Club. You know, Lona, since you love elephants so much, I will let you brandish the elephant as a weapon. Our relics are actually tusks, so this is really well fitting. Tusk of Purpose, Tusk of Might. Now there are other insects that I can send the elephants to die to if the need arises. But I'm also quite interested in this elephant leather. We have 66 of it, I can make a bed out of that. And camel hide, I can make a bed out of that too. Okay. So, furniture, bedroll, it's 40 each. Unfortunately, a little low on some of this. We've got any more wildlife that can be killed without much problem? The ostriches are angry animals, so that's a no on that one. My theory was that the prisoner couldn't be ritually executed because you set him to execution. Yes, but now he's not set to execution, and we still can't select him. So I'm quite certain that he needs to be, she needs to be able to walk, and that means getting her out of pain shock. Now, if only I had some drugs I could give her that lowered the amount of pain. %, 42%. The quality of Nyx's tending was worse than what we gave to that villager, or the attacker. Pemmican is being fed to Mr. Grande, which is a damn shame. But we do what we can. Mega Scarab is sick from an infection. Well, that's a shame, isn't it? That's probably going to make him even less able to walk. Okay, I'm not so sure we're going to be able to get a public execution out of you. You're already starting to be more trouble than you're worth. So we should probably just strip you and kill you. There'll be time for public execution later on. So strip them and just slit their throat there and then. Just cut the leg off. I could do that, but that would require me using my precious medicine to anesthetize him or something like that. And it would make it even harder to bring him over for a public execution. So no, Lona's just going to slit his throat. After he's stripped, of course. There we go. Hopefully nobody feels bad about that. Good. He died pretty swiftly, though. There we go. Extract his skull while you're at it, though, please. Excellent. And now, of course, we should have some kind of skull spike as a warning to all others. I don't know if that's something that should be put inside or outside. We'll have it inside for now so people can enjoy just viewing it as and when they want. Take a camel hide bedroll. Nyx can have it. Nyx has done well, and Lona can have the elephant one because she loves elephants so much. We've got to give her that. Oh yeah, I missed that. There we go. Execution. We executed a prisoner or guest. Our dominance is clear. That's not a big boost, and it doesn't last very long, but at least it's something. It's just nice to have that reflected in the game. As for your corpse, well, we don't mind the sight of corpses, so thankfully it doesn't really matter. I can just shove you onto the corpse pile outside when everybody wakes up, and we'll be good to go. Lona got a +10 for being the one who... Oh, wow. I executed a prisoner. Victory has consequences. Okay, well that's pretty good. I should have given that to someone else who was either close to reaching ecstaticness or was further down, like Boomer. Something to offset that horrible pain. But that's quite good. Hell, that's very good. Public execution suppresses slaves so much it won't be a problem for days. Well, we're not at the slave point just yet, although I dream of the day that we are. Food production continues to be an issue for me. Ah, there we go, that's good. The dogs are eating the elephant meat. I don't think we're going to mind that. Or do we? Do people suddenly get sad because the animals ate it? No, they don't. Good, good, good. It is tempting to go and get the other elephants, but I'll pass on that. You've been here for some time, probably been seen. Pirate raids will start soon. You need defenses. Mr. Grande would make a good defense. Shame he's kinda dead. Skull, unowned. That's okay. There's a lot to be done, folks. You need to wake up and smell the everything. Oh, you're roofing over the... Yeah, okay, makes sense. I was hoping you were going to start hauling this stuff, but you're hauling the camel hide over for that bed. So much to be done in the early days, and so little time for it, but that's okay. I want that insect jelly hauled over to safety, though. Unroofed and outdoors, and capable of being eaten by anything. It might be worth making a little indoor zone, since our indoors are filthy and undesired by everybody already. Making a nice little zone here for things that are important to us, so we can make it the important place for only certain things, like insect jelly. And probably pemmican. And undoubtedly our simple meals. I love this search feature. I had a mod for it, but now it's in the base game. In fact, also the agave... Am I forgetting what... No, it's agave. I thought it was agave all this time. And probably any berries that we find as well, please. Just shove them all there. What's being built? Ah, yes, the skull spike, of course. Hopefully that doesn't fail and end us up losing that skull. It did botch, but we kept the skull at least. We are getting really low on wood here. I'm gonna have to do some orders for wood chopping. Anything that we can chop around here, we should. That's a real downside of playing in the arid area. Low access to wood, but it's even worse in the desert. Game sure has a lot of quality of life improvements since I last saw it, says Duck Willie. Takes a special kind of craftsman to mess up a skull on a stick. Well, health is just that level of special. They got it done though. Now, it doesn't have any beauty. Huh. So what's the point of it? Do we feel good about it? Ah, there we go. I've seen a few skull spikes recently. I like being reminded of our power. Excellent. I do worry though that it's going to pad out a list which is already way too long in the base game. All these ideology things that have been added. Kind of makes the list meaningless when it's just so long. But what can you do? It has terror, Jake, not beauty. And it does. Terror. Well, that's good for me and bad for everyone else. So you're turning that horse meat into meals for us, which is good, because we're all out of pemmican. Weird that Illustrajon is our master cook. He considers himself a master cook just because he adds raw spring onion to everything he makes. Okay, normal camel hide bedroll is as good as I could expect. Gonna give that to Nyx. Comfort level, a lot better than a hole in the ground, I'll give you that. Get rid of that as well. I can actually make it a medical bedroll, which is a disgusting thought. And, oh, a poor bedroll, but still better than just a slot in the ground. Considerably better, 0.2 points better. So here you go, Lona, there you go. It must feel really good. I bet Lona really likes elephants, and is just ecstatic that she can now sleep in an elephant leather bedroll. Every night is a venerated night for Lona. Illustrat finally eating actual food, whilst I still need to find more things that I can murder for their skin. I mean, sure, they're still elephants, and I am tempted to try my luck at befriending more elephants. Because if nothing else, they make great defenses. You know what, it has to be tried. A 25% chance of getting something that good has got to be tried. In fact, Lona is going straight at it. Oh no, they're grabbing a... Oh, they're just unloading what they have, damn. Just sorting out what's there on the piles. Meanwhile, the place is being cleaned up. Probably not worth cleaning it up right now. Because the place is always going to be filthy and horrible to look at. And again, sometimes it's more filthy than others. Might be worth getting some kind of art put in here down the line. But for now, everything's so filthy, I think it's a waste of time to be cleaning. So, work, clean, off. Hold on, there was a way to do all of them, right? Somebody said there was a way to assign everything for all of them. But I'm not seeing it, so off it all goes. Does that make you idle or not? Yeah, 2 colonists are idle. Health and Lona. Hunting, construction, growing, mining, plant cutting. Well, if you could be plant cutting, there's plenty I could be having you get, because I need more of this kind of stuff. Ah, there's a nice gathering of agave up there. Agave can be used to get ourselves these elephants. That agave's on it. How about over here? A bit more agave. Shift click is prio down, I think. Well, there we go. Thanks for that. So there must be another way to bring it up. There we go. Excellent. Very excellent. Illustrat is our plant cutter. Health might not be very good at it, but you're not going to get any better if I don't tell you to start on it. And health, what are you good at and not doing? Oh, you're not good at anything. Well, you're the one I told to start cutting plants, so go get cutting. Even if you're going to botch it, at least it's something. Having people be idle is a bad, bad thing. Could you not go and try to befriend our elephant friends? No usable food, right, we'll get that usable food for you shortly. Otherwise, construction and mining, neither of which really call out to me. I suppose I could mine out these 2 bits. Get on that, Lona. Tear that compacted steel apart with your bare bloody hands. Actually, no, you have an elephant's tusk to mine out the walls with. Get on it. If happy people are idle, they have more chance of getting inspiration, I heard. Yeah, but I'd rather have them work like dogs. Oh, we have just enough plain leather to get ourselves another bedroll. Actually, we have more than we need. I'll give it to Boomer. Boomer's going to have a lot of problems with that cancer. The least I could do is give them a bed. I don't actually want you using that... Oh, you're making pemmican out of it, right. Cancel the pemmican idea. Simple meals will do us fine for a wee while, because we have plenty of meat. And I don't want you using that agave for simple meals. Meanwhile, Boomer desperately and very slowly figures out how to make beds. At least it's building up your intellect. Given your intellect and medical and crafting, you could be a good all-rounder. It's just that cancer is a big downside, and the constant pain that you feel from it. Hey, normal plain leather bedroll, and that is for Boomer. Away you go. Oh, I can already feel this game getting its tentacles around me, pulling me in. This is all I'm going to be playing for a while. Well, no, there's meant to be black and white this evening. Tell you what, once you're done with that, why don't you go and tend to those poor elephants that want your love? There we go, enough of that. Oh, you have that above animals, do you? Lona would sooner do mining than animal handling. That seems awfully strange. Or are you still going to say there's no usable food? Probably because it's not in a stockpile. Wait, but it's right there. The mystery thickens. Oh well, you keep doing you, Lona. Meanwhile, Mr. Grande's lying there, desperately trying to live. That moderate blood loss, though, seems alright. In fact, there we go. Mr. Grande is up and on the go. No need to sleep, you can just go around and eat what you need to eat from around here. That moderate pain wasn't enough to keep Mr. Grande down, nothing ever will. And I'm going to expand the animal area quite handsomely, and I'm going to use you for defense if needed. Me and my tusk are happily digging at compacted steel, says Lona. Yeah, it's just about angle and pressure. You'll get the hang of it. Just like Nyx is getting the hang of surviving stab wounds. Good job, Nyx. Lesser people would have been done in. It's a shame not to use these spider corpses, I think. There we go, health. It sucks because low level of plant makes you botch harvesting more often and it reduces the yield. So this berry bush is meant to have a yield of 10 berries. You only got 9 of them, which is actually a pretty good shout there for only level 4 plants. But I rate plants very highly on the list of skills, assuming that you're working in a biome where there is soil. And there we go, Illustrat botching it despite being level 5 on plants, but makes him better at it in the long run, and I do need that agave, or else Lona is never going to start. Where are you, Lona? Taming elephants, yes. I don't know where I got my love for elephants from. I just saw them one day and I was like, wow, that's a big, powerful, yet gentle creature. And I have just always liked them since. It was great when I was over in Busch Gardens a few years ago and saw a bunch of elephants around there. Such majestic creatures. Oh, these things are never going to grow anyway, are they? Yeah, because they need light, which I'm no longer giving them. So it's a shame, but, well, they're not bad to look at, are they? No, we can just keep them there. Who knows, we might abandon this point later on to migrate and keep it around for the agave. So if we get lucky, we're going to get some more elephants. And elephants are nice because they feed themselves. They eat a lot, but they eat the grasses and stuff, don't they? Vegetables, seeds, live plants. So they'll just eat all these dandelions and stuff. Works for me. And if we get attacked, I can just zone the elephants to wherever we get attacked from. Come on, we believe in the elephants. Let's give them a large area to roam around in. As long as they're not eating our agave or our berries and things, we're okay. There's not even berries there to be dealt with. Lona matched the breathing with the elephant. Lona shouted a command at the elephant. The elephant refused. Lona made calming noises towards the elephant. Showed a relaxed attitude towards the elephant. Maybe not a relaxed attitude towards our food stockpiles here. It failed. But you did get better at animals. So the next shot, you've got an even better chance at it. Well, get to it. You can only attempt to tame an animal, not like once every day or two. Wood stockpile still concerningly low, but we do what we must. Wondering what kind of attack I can expect and what kind of defenses I can set up. Okay, so Spike Trap is still available at this point, but anything that comes our way is going to get elephanted. I'm just hoping that we have multiple elephants to throw at them. Oh, Lona's going for a walk. Please try and tame the elephants while you're at it. One's been interacted with too recently, but you still have the fruit, so you can go and try your luck at that. And there we go! Nyx is healed up, no scarring, no problem. Despite being a sickly bugger, he didn't get infected when that dirty poacher shanked him. Yeah, I saw the name Tuscany for Kez, but I think I'd leave it to someone on the team to name our colony. Health, Illustration, Voomer, Lona, Nyx, if anyone's around and has a name, or if you want to conspire on a name. Make it so. Oh man, I hope these rats don't eat my corn. I don't really have the resources to wall it off. Oh my days, we got ourselves another elephant, right? Who wants to be another one of our glorious elephants who is probably going to have to prove themselves in battle? Wait, are they going to mate? Oh my days, please tell me the one is female. Yes! Oh! Big elephant breeding. Now, Zanzibar, you already put yourself in as a character. I'm looking for people that did not. This is just fantastic. Alright, the male elephant who is going to be really getting some is going to be Muirhead. Wow, for some reason it's not doing the deleting that I want. Also, Muirhead doesn't capitalize his head. There you go. So, 2 elephants that can mate and eat to their heart's content as long as they fight it out with people that invade. We're good. Ah, what a happy day for me. How many people put themselves in as characters in total in the end? 150 or so? It was about 150. How are we doing on the meals front? Oh, I got 4 sitting around. We should really be making... In fact, this should be done forever. Because otherwise this meat is just going to spoil or be eaten by others. Horse meat, dromedary meat. At least simple meals last for a few days. I'm going to need them too. Oh, we got nuzzled. Oh yeah, we started out with a couple of animals, didn't we? Animals, which I'll be honest, I don't think have really proven themselves in anything. So they're just walking food for me. Oh, perhaps not. Igor bonded to health. Health, do you want to rename your little dog thing here? For some reason though, I can't assign you. How do I thought you could always assign an animal to its master. Ideology, group's ideology. Did we have anything about animals here? Nothing about it. You need to train the dog first. I'm pretty sure you don't. Oh well, maybe we do. Alright. Health, if you want to rename Igor, go for it. Otherwise, there's your bonded pet. I would never dream of killing a bonded pet. This cat, on the other hand, is going down. It's just going to be eating our food and wasting our time. At least the dog can be tamed with that meat. Alright, good job. Nick's grabbing up that agave so that we can tame yet more elephants. Cats nuzzle at a higher rate. Yes, they do. Too bad. This cat hasn't proven itself at anything. It needs to die. Sadly, it's just going to give us crummy normal leather. I doubt I'm going to be getting a lot more elephant leather down the line. Ooh, I could always chop you up for some human leather. And some human meat. You know what? There is nothing at all wrong with butchering humans. So, what can I do here? I can rename this to Butcher Animals. And then I can add a butcher thing, which is called Butcher Humans. Oh, I should definitely have a radius here, else you're going to be going to God knows where to do so. Within 40 should suffice. Just drop it on the floor, and the only thing you butcher are human corpses. Not our own colonists, though, please no. And then I should get some human leather. And if we get more down the line, we can make ourselves like a human leather bedroll. Assign the psychopath to the human... Oh, excellent point. This should only be done by... I bet Illustrajon is our psychopath. That he is. He doesn't mind if others are butchered, left unburied, imprisoned, da-da-da-da-da. Good on you. Those are all signs of weakness that I could do without. Alright, who the hell ate the insect jelly? That stuff is very, very useful to us. Maybe the dog did. Although maybe... No, I'm pretty sure I removed insect jelly from this. No way. Away you go. Somebody just picked up and ate that. They might not have eaten it. They might have just taken it to their inventory. Nope, they ate it. Damn them. It does count as recreation, eating jelly. It's such a fun thing to eat that it fills up your need for joy. Okay, things are going smoothly. We can skip through the night at maximum speed until somebody wakes up and gets back to work. Somebody ate 120 silver. I don't think so. Well then, we can always check for silver. How much silver do we have on the map? Just 200, and it's lying right there. Ostrich. Low female drone, filling people with anger. Now that's only going to affect Voomer, who already has a real problem with mood issues, so when that initial optimism dies out, that's going to be a problem. And Lona. I'm sure they'll get over it, though. Get over it more if we have more food available for eating, but there's not a lot of... Actually, there's a good amount of meat, but it's going to go off in a few hours, so I really need Illustrajon to wake up and get cooking. He's our only cook, but cooking is the highest priority task he has after wardening, firefighting, and patienting. So get to it. He's probably just really cheesed off that he doesn't have a good bed. It's pretty slow at raising your rest. Always keeping an eye on that wildlife though, because if anything out there is going to give me a good amount of leather, I want it. That cougar, held in UK, sweating at the mere thought of a cougar. It's far away. I doubt it's going to deal with us in a negative manner. The nice thing about this meal times 4 is it reduces the need to bring your food right next to your cooking spot, because it means you spend a lot more time cooking than hauling. I'm really glad it was added. Oh, bye cat. Your time has come. There, illustration, carving it up. Now, this doesn't come without downsides. People are still going to be unhappy that we butchered a corpse, although probably not as unhappy as before. There we go. This stacks now, though. It didn't used to stack, but now it does. So you don't have a freebie to just constantly carve up humans for only a -6 debuff, I think it used to be. Now, I don't want to need to train these guys at all. If their tameness goes down, then too bad. I don't want to. I don't have the food to waste on that. Lona. Oh, Lona's back at it. Lona sat near the elephant and talked to herself about the age of the universe. I'm not sure if the elephant's able to comprehend such things, but if it is, it certainly deserves a space on our colony. The odds of Lona getting an elephant is only about 1 in 4. It's miraculous that she's already managed to get 3. And that's without having ridiculous levels of animal. She only started off with 7. So I'm very impressed. Already taming that elephant. Oh, but you didn't bring enough agave fruits. Back you go. Good thing I keep them all around here. Now, Illustration's just on a non-stop cooking rampage. Which is good. These meals won't last forever, but at least they'll last a wee bit. And once I get this rice going, it'll be time to start thinking about... I'm not so sure if I should think about pemmican that much. How much does it cost to make pemmican in terms of materials? 0.5 nutrition, and a simple meal is also 0.5 nutrition, so they're pretty much the same. In fact, pemmican is probably better than simple meal in that regard. Yeah, the research is going to be very slow. It's going to be worth considering having a second researcher just because of this. And Voomer isn't that amazing at research. She's only at 7 and it's only a minor passion of hers. But she's almost at level 8. Trouble is, I'm going to want you for crafting down the line as well. There's a lot of things I'm going to want and we don't have access to them all. So in case there was any question of it before, this is going to be a pretty damn long campaign. That's fine for me. If there's one game that I'd be bringing to me on the desert island, it would be RimWorld. I'd even choose RimWorld over Factorio. A lot of elephant meat there. It's not being used in our meals though, is it? Wish I could do something more with this elephant meat than just leave it out there to die. I could make pemmican with it and then tell people not to eat it. No, that wouldn't be right. I guess it's just going to be goodbye elephant meat. This made me remember Jake playing Awesome Cultivation Simulator. Ugh, what an awful game. Seth can make any games sound fun, but that game's pretty bad. Alright, Lona tried twice and failed twice, and now it's going to try taming our dog as well. But that's alright, 2 elephants is good elephants. This one's almost got all its blood back, and almost completely healed up. That's awesome to know that the insects are no match for elephants. They had to bring 4 insects to 1 elephant just to bring it down. Ooh, uranium ore, you don't see that very often. A bonus of having caves, I suppose. It's a real shame we don't have 3 elephants, says Lona. At this rate, we might well get 4. Oh, right, you're telling me off for letting that elephant die. Well, that's the reason John and Lona can have these big, unwieldy elephant tusks as their weapons. 1.8 kilo of tusk. It's a very durable, valuable, somewhat unwieldy melee weapon. Can still be deadly. Okay, so it's slow to attack, but the damage it deals, other than blunt, is really rather good. And it's got alright armor penetration. I've seen better, but I've certainly seen worse. Alright, that rice is at the point where it can be harvested, although I won't harvest it. Thinking I should put a fence up here just to take care of this so that animals don't wander in and eat my corn. Not the biggest thing. Oh, Boomer is throwing a party! Well, Illustration's not going to care because he's a psychopath. But hey, free party. No, I haven't planted any heal root, and you're right to ask that because it's a very useful thing to actually have some of. But I don't have a lot of good soil for it. There's plenty over here, which makes it a good place for it. Also, I recall not having the skills to do that. Yeah, heal root is skill 8 with plants, and currently we don't have that. 4, 5, 2, 2, 0. Attending the party by consuming some berries. Oh, don't consume the berries. That is no good. Okay, it feels like I should just clear everything out of this except for simple meal, pemmican, and is there anything else I actually want them to eat? I don't think so. I really don't think so. Eating raw food is bad. Even the berries, don't even think about it. Those berries can be useful for mixing into more pemmican, which is going to be more efficient than eating them raw. Nutrient paste would be amazing. Unfortunately, well, we need electricity, which is very expensive to get. And where is nutrient paste out of all that? That'll be one of these, I just don't know which. We are primitive to the max right now, unfortunately. Yeah, berries don't count as raw food, but they last a long time, so I'd rather they didn't eat those and instead ate the simple meals, which do have a serious lack of time available. Uh-oh, that meat's gonna spoil real fast. That's a lot of meals that I'm not currently having. Forget that party, man. You need to cook. In fact, I can have you pick up all of that. There we go. He's going to keep it in his pocket, which will keep it good for a little bit. When you cook something into a meal, it gets a whole 4 days put back on the clock for it, and we eat about 10 meals a day, so it's going to be fine for keeping us good for a little while, but I'll be a lot happier when food production is something that levels out. I would love if I could prioritize meals instead of straight out forbidding them, and I am struggling to find a mod for that, says Excavate. Oh, so what, people prefer to eat one thing over another, and if one thing is gone, they'll go for the next. Yeah, because otherwise they just go for the thing that they prefer the most out of their list of options. Wow, this party sucks, Boomer. Alright, that's all well and good, but cook some more, man. I should add another simple meal one, which is also do forever, and that's going to take care of any remaining little bits of meat. Again, no to meat, except for, well, definitely not that elephant meat. That's a danger that I'm going to have to keep in mind. Do not eat the elephant meat. Set the meals to stop on the drop on the ground. Aha! They do drop on the ground. Yeah, they do. Excellent. I set that to the default, because I hate it when they waste time bringing them to stockpiles. Right, I'm sure people are going to want to be able to sit down for a banging game of Ur, so let's get that built as well. What to do with all this steel, I wonder? There we go, the party is finished. How did you like the party? God, well, you actually like that. So that's a good buff for quite a while. Different people get different amounts out of it, and I don't know what impacts that. Must be something under the hood. Illustration wouldn't have cared one way or the other, though. Oh, wow, the meat actually spoiled whilst he was cooking it. I didn't know that could happen. I'm pretty sure meals don't spoil when they're in your pocket. That's a different thing entirely, I guess. All the sacred texts said this party thing was the best thing ever in advanced societies. Can't trust everything you read in the ancient texts there, Voomer. The ancient texts didn't tell us how meaty these elephants are. I gotta hand it to Mr. Grande. I hope you never die. What's the half-life of an elephant? Life expectancy 50. Okay. Assuming things go to plan, Grande should be with us for the whole haul, but it's entirely possible that they die horribly in an upcoming fight. Something that can be bothersome in this game is when people trudge out to do a job, they do one part of it and go, oh, I'm tired or hungry, and then go back home. We're going to see if that happens for you. It doesn't, but just in case. There we go. I'm going to make you do all of this, because another thing is Illustration was going to go up there and do it all himself, which would have been a pain. Keeping that campfire going, expensive on the wood, so that's a damn shame. I'm going to keep needing rice. But, I don't know. I want to make more food, but I also want to plant some heal... Oh, right, I can't do heal root. Right, I should remember that. Well, with that in mind, I should look for heal root on the map. Really? None at all? Normally heal root... Oh, no, I think it has a different name. I think it's called wild heal root. Oh, well, that's a problem, isn't it? I was under the impression that heal root grew naturally on the ground, but maybe it doesn't in arid areas. Or maybe I'm unlucky, one or the other. I've played a lot of this game, but I wouldn't say I'm particularly amazing at it, so I don't know all this stuff. Still, though, that means no wild heal root for us. We need to rely on everything that we have here. How much heal root do we have? 18. And it's spoiling because it's outdoors, so let's move the heal root over here. Why does heal root not pop up here? Am I missing something about its name? Because it's not called that, it's called herbal medicine. There we go. You executed the possible slave with amazing plant skill. That I did, and maybe I'll regret that someday, but not today. Haven't had any visitors here, just had that one person that wanted to kill us. Oh, well, how? Hey! Okay. Who's this? It's Pepper. It's our very own Pepper. Pepper is very good at using plants. Very good at mining. They have scarred their arm, they're frail, they have hearing loss. They've been shot. And they're a member of the Sharp Gang. They're also 73 years old. Masochistic is actually good. Undergrounder can be good. Aesthetic can be amazing. Incapable of intelligence or crafting, but good with plants. Yeah, Pepper has seen better days, that much is for sure. However, a proper parka, a proper t-shirt. Alright, who's the freest person we have right now? Lona, relaxing? I'll have none of it. We should capture them. Where did they go? Where did they drop? Activate eyes. Aha, there we go. Capture Pepper. I gotta make Boomer do the execution then, because Boomer's got some serious problems with her mood. This is, however, a free pair of pants, a free parka, and a free t-shirt. Maybe not a parka, I think parka slows you down a bit. No? Could have sworn it did. Try the ritual this time. They can't walk. They're incapacitated due to intense pain. So I'm just going to bring them over, slit their throat, and call it a day. Oh! Oh. So health, I can't believe we got an inspiration already. Normally that's something that happens when you're really established. Unfortunately your construction skill is a bit crap, but you could make something really good. And I'm going to make a really good human leather sleeping bag, I think. It's the best thing I can imagine putting that ability into. Why not slave her? Well, let me turn it around. Why slave her? I'm going to have an old, useless individual that I have to feed and care for, or I can have a new sleeping bag. Sorry, Warfix, but one of those weighs heavier than the other, and not on my conscience. Because of plant skill? Pfft. Part of the reason I like getting fairly useless colonists at the start is the feeling of building up towards that. Now, maybe we will get a good opportunity to bring someone in with good plant skill, but I'm not jumping on that right now. The fact that we are limited on our ability to get medicine is a nice, fun thing for us to have to deal with here. There you go, Pepper. How are you feeling? I'm dying. Well, that's a real shame. Don't die with those clothes on or else they'll get tainted, and time for you to be executed. I think everybody should be told to do at least a little bit of wardening. Oh, damn. Voomer can't even execute. That's a shame. Alright, who deserves a mood boost? Nix, if you get a further mood boost, you might get an inspiration of your own. So, go and slit that. Oh, you won't do wardening either. Alright, Illustrajon, go and slit that throat. He's got his horn ready. There we go. He's ecstatic about it. There we go. Execution. We executed a prisoner. Da 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 da. Oh, that doesn't reset the timer on it. Or. Okay. Right, I see. It stacks. That's powerful. But the person who does the execution gets a separate one for the executing. Okay, seems like you can really farm those. Oh, come on, you don't want to go to bed, John. You're excited at the very prospect of carving them up. You do, however, need that rest, so I'll give it to you. And let's make ourselves some new furniture. A new human leather bedroll. Health is the one with the inspiration, so health is the one that can get it. Pop it over there. And once you wake up, health, you're going to be dealing with that, although we're going to wait for John to do the carving when he wakes up. Don't forget to extract the skull. Ooh. Extracting the skull reduces the amount of leather we're going to get from them, but 26 and another 20 odd will be fine. Alright, everybody, sleep tight. Muscle parasites on necks. Is that really a problem, though? I thought these are good for you. Parasitic creatures in the muscles. They cause weakness and a lack of cord. Okay, maybe it's not so good. Painful, moving, manipulation, rest, fall rate. Oh, makes you rest faster. Oh, no, makes you tired faster. Well, that's a damn shame. An even bigger shame is that I don't have a proper place for you to be tended to. That's alright, I can make this medical. Then you just rest until you're healed. You should send out unwanteds to a northern ice penal colony named Sweden. So, one thing about this run is that, assuming it gets that far, it's going to New Game Plus at one point, because the Arcanexus requires you to give up your colony and migrate with 5 chosen members, and I think we're going to go with the complete opposite when we can, and move up to... Oh, I don't know about sea ice, but... I was hoping there'd be somewhere actually connected to other places. Okay, maybe I won't do that. Should have considered that. I was hoping there'd be a bit more of a link between these two. Or we could just endure whatever the sea ice brings us. I just think it's going to be slow and boring up there. I mean, there's nothing you do with the land. In fact, we'd probably starve to death quite horribly. Oh well, questions for the future. Sea ice is a bit much, says Brute Queen. Yeah, but there wasn't ice sheet at all on this map, was there? You see any ice sheet? There's none? Could try Tundra, though. I mean, here's Tundra with reasonable road access, just not a lot of other people there. Oh, Cold Bog. Cold Bog isn't something you see often because it doesn't spawn that much on the map. Anyway, that's problems for dozens of hours from now. Dozen hours of playing the game. Yeah, I just wanted to roll with one generated planet, though. I don't like rolling and rolling and rolling, because it's... I hate to keep saying this, but I really do think it reduces the organic nature of it all. Get that skull out, Lona. Seems like your kind of thing to do. Plop. And let's get ourselves another skull spike around here. Come on, they're all the rage. I don't know what the range of seeing them is, but everybody walks through either of these doors, so they will see that, surely. Game's moaning at me for having low food, but that's okay. Anybody want to wear these clothes? They look pretty swell. Lizard skin pants, a cloth t-shirt, a cloth parka. Oh, actually, didn't notice that, but John put on the Devil Strand veil that we ripped off of that other dude that was invading us. Sharp, blunt, and heat for the head, the eyes, the ears. Well, you are a Malay guy, so it makes sense for you to do that. Lona's trying her luck with the elephants again. Again, 1 in 4 per elephant. Good odds. I'm not so sure we need this cooler refueled. It's expensive on the wood. I'll only do that if it starts getting really hot in here. Yeah, Grande is fully healed, and look at that, not a single scar or lasting condition from that engagement with the insects that he killed. That she killed. Why are these two not getting pregnant though? Come on, get it on. I guess injured animals don't procreate. Lona sat patiently near the elephant. Anyone gonna deal with poor Nix? He's kind of dying there. Do we have that skin yet? I need Illustration to be carving up that body. Need material? Got material right here. Ah, do that forever, please. And let's make sure the radius includes that, but not too much more. Butcher, please. Health doing nothing is a shame. What kind of things should help? Oh yeah, health is really useless, I forget that. Plants would be nice. This is regular soil. It wouldn't be unthinkable to just plant a whole lot of food around here, or even cotton. Heavens knows I'm going to need a lot of cotton down the line. So if I just had a regular old growing... Well, I don't want to get rid of these bushes because they can give us berries, can't they? No, I think I'm confusing that with something that actually does give berries. Yeah, a berry bush. If nothing else, it'll be a good way to train up in... There we go. That's not desert, is it? No, it's still soil. Good way to train up in plants. And I will want... Let's make it all cotton, why not? Put all of our eggs in one rickety old basket. Yeah, cougar's asking to die, so are those ostriches, but the ostriches will definitely retaliate on attack, and I don't want to lose someone that way. Lona sang an old lullaby to the elephant, and would you look at that, tamed it no problem. Welcome, welcome. It's another female, excellent. Our elephant breeding sensation will be going in no time. I'm really proud of you, Lona. Between you and John, everything's getting supplied to this place. Okay, Voomer decided that she, and her cancerous body, deserve that cloth parka the most. Despite you having the nicest tribal wear out of everyone, you're covering up under that parka, which is good for cold temperatures, which it's very not right now. Meanwhile, Health is just happy to be naked. Now, Health, you've got that inspiration. I actually want you to make that leather bedroll, please. Oh, it already has all the leather put on it. Alright, this is good. Cotton takes a wee bit of time to plant, so that gives you all the more time to build up your planting skills. John being good at cooking, plants, and artistic is actually a bad thing. And crafting. He's too good. He's not that good, but he's too passionate about too many things, which is going to make him an important person to ration between tasks, compared to someone like Health, who I'd rather ration into pieces at the butchering table. But Health knows how to throw a pilia, and that's what matters right now. The temperatures here are very unextreme. Let's have a look at us. Where are we at, anyway? This is us. Should be one that shows the terrain. Here we go. So it's never going to get so cold that we get frostbite, and it would take a heat wave for us to get so hot that we get heat stroke. So temperature at least should be fairly manageable. Okay, who wants to be our new elephant here, by the way? And it's a good bedroll, meaning it was going to be poor. That might feel like a waste of an inspiration, but at this point it's hard to really get much out of inspirations other than, say, inspired taming. Regardless though, you made it, Health, it's all yours. Enjoy your human skin bedroll. Who's missing a bed? Oh right, Nyx is still missing a bed. You are getting tended to. Why is no one tending to you? Oh, because Boomer is more interested in research than that, right. That makes sense. There we go. Now Boomer will tend to you. I don't know how you actually deal with muscle parasites. I know they go away eventually. Also, this bed that you're sleeping on, this normal thing, a medical success factor 87, 66 infection chance from the room. I've seen worse, but I've seen a lot better. Well, you feel alright-ish now, I guess. Enough to get up and do some bloody work. Wait, Voomer's taking it now? Voomer, you have a bed! Oh, I bet Voomer wants her own carcinogens dealt with. This is going to be really taxing on my medicine. Nyx, you're probably going to see to her afterwards. There we go. I love this kind of indirect control. It was so good in Majesty, and it's so good here. Meanwhile, everybody can actually learn a thing or two about planting, which is what I really need them to do. Lona could probably do us a solid by going mining instead of doing this. But I don't see anything crying out to be mined. I mean, sure, there's all this steel, but I don't need tons of steel just yet. What I need are people that can actually do a little bit of planting. Ah, this is so relaxing. Then again, it's still telling me that I need defenses because I'm going to get raided. But the way I see it, these are my... Oh, here we go. Did anyone on the team have a name for our place? Looks like you'll be here for a while. Health thinks it should give the faction a name. What should your faction be, and what should our settlement be called? I'm only going to take an answer from someone that's on the team right now, though. The Elephant Graveyard. The Elephant Graveyard for our location. As for a faction name, though, I mean, we kind of already have the name. We're the Unnatural Selection. That's the name of our ideology, but that's fine that we can link that to our faction. It's kind of one and the same in my view. Kind of looking forward to telling these elephants to go and attack. I'm not going to train them for attacking, though. It would be expensive on the food to do that, and I can do much the same by just assigning their area to be where the enemies are. The enemies will aggro on the elephants, and the elephants will fight back, simple as. And it's very unlikely that an elephant will die, because even its vital organs have a lot of health on them. Far more than humans, that much is for sure. The rice is almost good to go. Oh jeez, it might be for the better, because we are just about out of food. I've got a bit of cat meat there, but that's not really paying the bills here. Need more wildlife to come in here and be happy with being killed. Could kill all the hares, but that won't give me a lot of anything. Then again, they won't fight back. And they're not that far away, so I think I will kill them off. He gives health something to do other than being useless. Oh my, that hare is legging it. Why? He didn't even hit it. Takes a lot of skill, I imagine, to land a shot like that. But this is good, though. Getting you to be better at... Pathetic, man. Not sure this is worth the time investment for you. Cooking meat prolongs its lasting time. Yeah, yes it does. Turns it to lasting for 4 days. Don't know what to do with all this human meat, though. I could turn it into kibble, but I'd rather not. Don't really have any good use for the human meat. This iguana would give us leathery skin, or lizard skin, but that's not really worth anyone's time. It would give us a little bit of meat, though, so I guess I could put you on killing duty. Alright, good job, Health. You finally killed one hare. If you could kindly kill the other... Oh no, yeah, you must have killed another one. This other one's a wee bit away. There we go. Pregnant, early stage, and how long is it going to take for you to breed? Also, by the way, what's the tameness of these things right now? I've told them not to have their tameness worked on, but now that I think about it, how quickly is that lost? Okay, it's going to take months to lose that, and I can get it back later when we have... Oh! Mr. Muirhead was not done with just one. Time for a second. That pregnancy is only going to last 13 days, and then they're going to pop out with another little elephant for us. A very happy day, I dare say. Right, plant cutting is important that it's not done by people who are useless at cutting plants. Also, you can finally be with health, your bonded animal. Lovely. Very lovely. So work. Plant cutting should only be done by people that aren't useless at plants, otherwise we're going to botch it. So, Illustration gets on it. However, I think Illustration is more important in cooking than growing, which is a shame. I'd rather the plant cutting was more important than the cooking, which is more important than the growing, and the wardening is still more important. Art is going to have to fall down a bit, otherwise he's going to just come away from all that and he's going to come away from the harvesting and just immediately start cooking, which is not what I'm looking for. What, speedy elephants? Usually those things take over a year. Yeah, in the latest update they massively sped up gestation periods for animals. Oh, I'm going to lose out a lot of that rice because Lona's so bad at plants. I know you're good with animals, but we need you good at other things. But at least, oh no, you're not actually pulling them out, you're simply replanting them, which is a good good expenditure of your time. It's coming up for nighttime. Boomer's almost figured out how to make a bed. That's going to be handy for me. I'm more interested in getting things like cubby holes for storing things. But after that, I'm really going to have to think what we want to get to. Smithing, electricity is going to be huge for us, but that's a long time away. I think I'll do stone cutting because I really, really like using stones in this sort of game. It's not me, says Lona, it's the fact that we're growing rice in a desert. It's working. Okay, looks like you got enough meat to make another meal. Good for you. Okay, I think we do need this cooler on. The fire on the indoor here is making everybody a wee bit hot, aren't they? But it's just so expensive on the wood, this thing. I don't want to. I'll just wait for it to get cold. I'm sure it'll get colder out here. John carves up another helpless monster. Ooh, Mega Sloth. Mega Sloths are mega good at mega lots of things, but risky to deal with. What I would do is, if somebody got inspired taming, I would tame that Mega Sloth in a heartbeat. They're so strong, and they drop Mega Sloth wool for you, which is pretty powerful stuff. Yeah, mega dangerous. Even if I sent everybody to kill that Mega Sloth, we wouldn't win. It would kill us. Oh, John put on the t-shirt. Cloth t-shirt. Get. Oh, good for you. I think these clothes are degrading outside, but they hardly have any worth. Well, they have some worth. Yeah, we'll actually expand you to also hold apparel. No, those are weapons, Jake. Apparel, which is not bio-coded and not tainted, but otherwise you can have all of them. Ugh, right, I should do it like that and then disable bio-coded and tainted, because neither of those I'm going to be interested in. I might be interested in tainted if somehow we bring down somebody who is wearing, say, recon armor. But other than that, not really. Nyx, for the love of God, man. Sleep in your own bed. Still unhappy because he's sick. What a shame for you. I want to make another separate medical bed so that I don't have to keep pulling people away from their own, but I need to take 2 more bed rolls. It'd be useful if more humans want to come and die for me. Or if we get enough leather from hares and such. What does bio-coded means? Anything that's bio-coded will only work for the person that it's bio-coded to. That's generally guns and armor, though. It's a way to prevent you, say, bringing in some allies, accidentally have them die, and take their really overpowered equipment, which is generally what the... Oh, we haven't looked at the factions here, have we? Generally what the Shattered Empire have. They have people with very heavy guns and armor. And, you know, you could just kill them and take it for yourself. So the good stuff is generally bio-coded. Not always, though. Just generally. Alright, there's a lot of work to be done tomorrow, so everybody go to sleep. Yeah, Randy really is asleep himself right now. I guess it's just giving me that first week or so of easy time. Well, funny we say that. Oh my days, I did not expect to have 4 of them coming in already. Not only are there 4 of them, there's 4 of them with a gun. 2 guns, in fact.